For over 4 decades, the relationship between a player and their video games was strictly transactional. You bought a machine, you paid a single upfront cost for a physical piece of media, and you owned that experience indefinitely. All the computational logic, the physics, and the rendering happened locally, right there on the hardware sitting in your living room. Compare that to the modern digital marketplace. Today, many of the most heavily played and profitable titles in the world demand absolutely zero upfront cost to download. This free-to-play model trades the software sticker price for access to a user's habits, psychology, and personal data. This extraction relies on dark patterns. These are deliberate user interface choices crafted to manipulate your behavior, overriding your actual intent in order to maximize corporate revenue. Imagine a player stepping into one of these environments. They think they are simply there to solve a puzzle or defeat an enemy. Designing these spaces requires a transition from traditional game mechanics to behavioral engineering, shaping the experience around specific cognitive biases. The traps are set almost immediately. Research shows that almost all free-to-play titles aggressively push real money purchases within the very first 15 minutes of gameplay. Look at this interface comparison of 2 mobile puzzle games demonstrating visual interference. The layout exploits motor habits. Notice the bottom row. Voluntary action buttons mimic monetized prompts or ads placed exactly where your thumb taps to cause accidental engagement. This early monetization pressure isn't designed to sell you immediate value. It exists to rapidly groom you into accepting financial friction as a normal, expected part of the gameplay loop. Once you accept that friction, the game introduces intermediate currencies, things like gems, crystals, or V-Bucks. This is value obfuscation, designed to deliberately complicate how you translate virtual costs back into real-world dollars. This storefront shows exactly how the pricing structure works. Notice how the cost of the cosmetic bundles rarely matches the exact amount of V-Bucks you can buy with a single swipe of your card. If you want a 900-point item, you often have to buy a 1,200-point bundle. That leaves an awkward, stranded gap of 300 points. It's not enough to buy anything else, which coerces you into making future purchases just to use up that leftover balance. And the items you're buying are increasingly tied to loot boxes and gacha mechanics. Here, the transaction shifts from a guaranteed purchase to a randomized game of chance. This is a direct application of operant conditioning, specifically a concept called variable ratio reinforcement, pioneered by B.F. Skinner. The human brain gets bored quickly by predictable rewards. But unpredictable, randomized payouts send your dopamine systems into overdrive, mimicking the exact neurochemistry of a slot machine. By disguising slot machine mechanics as standard game progression, developers create addictive behavioral loops that are far more profitable than offering a finite, satisfying narrative. Eventually, the novelty wears off, and you might try to disengage. That's when daily streaks and time-gated battle passes kick in. These mechanics rely on loss aversion. This is a well-documented cognitive bias, where humans experience the psychological pain of losing something much more intensely than the pleasure of gaining it. An unbroken 50-day login streak changes the priority of the experience. The drive shifts toward avoiding the anxiety of losing that massive investment of time. The endgame of a free-to-play title relies entirely on transforming organic enjoyment into a high-pressure psychological obligation. This system is compounded by the reality of cloud gaming. You hold zero legal or physical ownership over the thousands of dollars of digital items you have accumulated over the years. If your subscription lapses, or if a corporate division misses its quarterly targets and shuts down the servers, your entire purchased digital library and hundreds of hours of progress are wiped out instantly. While you play, back-end algorithms actively track your hesitation, your usage habits, and your microtransaction history to target you with highly personalized, predatory pricing. This ecosystem deprioritizes your autonomy and your cognitive bandwidth, replacing the concept of product ownership with an infinite, frictionless rent extraction model. The free-to-play industry operates at an immense financial scale, making it nearly impossible to escape these mechanics entirely in the modern digital landscape. Your best defense against behavioral engineering is structural awareness, recognizing the deceptive UI buttons, understanding the fake currency math, and spotting the manufactured urgency. Once you understand the underlying mechanics of the trap, you regain the ultimate power in this transaction, the ability to simply